If there has ever been a time when the angels of the nations needed to be activated, it is now. And the Philippines, you happen to have been targeted, within the next 18 months to really mess you up, but we activate your angels right now.
They're all running to be the next president of the Philippines, to replace this man, Rodrigo Duterte. He's been a hugely popular but polarizing president. The elections aren't until May next year, but this race is already pretty wild. There's even some family drama. Duterte's daughter, Sarah, is in the mix, and so is this country's infamous political dynasty, the Marcoses.
It's not just between political parties. This is between warring political families.
It's like you're watching a telenovela.
So who are the main candidates? Who stands the best chance? And what's behind all the family feuding?
Those who frame injustice by statute. They just come and make all kinds of laws. Have you ever seen that type of thing? People do things they are going to profit from, but they are exempted. They cannot be taken to court, and they can harm as many as possible. The Lord himself will judge you. Hear me and hear me very well. I heard one of them, Bill Gates, speaking on YouTube and saying things like, we're trying to, help humanity, want to save humanity. Who are you? Are you God? When did you become God? You don't have what it takes to save humanity. If you try to put yourself in the pathway of God, God will deal with you.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Sums of Bill Gates right now. He was the poster boy of philanthropy. When he wasn't fighting polio in Africa, he was spending quality time with his wife. But as it turns out, Bill Gates is not the perfect guy. In fact, he isn't even close. From starting an affair with his employee to secret meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, the dirt is piling on Bill Gates.
Woe to you who put far off the day of doom, who caused the seat of violence to come near.
The wedding of the decade. It's a phrase that we're all familiar with. The last time it was used was when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle walked down the aisle. Today, everyone is talking about what's been called the biggest divorce of the decade, the Gates divorce. After 27 years of marriage, Bill and Melinda Gates have announced their decision to part ways. Will the end of their marriage also bring an end to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? And what about the couple's enormous wealth?
This is the period of the judgment of the mother of harlots. That's why I believe, the Spirit of God rose inside me and I spoke the way I spoke. Because God said He is judging the mother of harlots. In case some of you have forgotten what I saw literally a spiritual war where you had three spirits. The spirit of fear and intimidation, the spirit of deception and falsehood, and then the spirit of witchcraft that had to do with manipulating all kinds of things, using psychographics and all that. And I talked of the programmings that are there, including the various types of programmings that you know about. The monarch programming, all the other things that they do, including, psychographic, predictive programming, and all the other forms of programming. God himself will arise and fight.
Omicron is wreaking havoc across the world, spreading faster than any variant we've seen so far. Omicron was detected 26 days back, and in less than a month, it has reached more than 100 countries, infected more than 100,000 people. The world is bracing for another wave. The WHO is talking about ending the pandemic in 2022, but that is not going to happen, and I'll tell you why. Big Pharma. They won't let it happen. The Wuhan virus is their golden rules. Every wave of the pandemic is a wave of profits for them. Vaccine makers are rolling in money. Two companies specifically, Pfizer and Moderna, their profits have shot up again. Let me show you what US lawmaker Bernie Sanders has said, and I'm quoting. This is obscene, he says. Last week, 8 investors in Pfizer and Moderna became $10 billion richer as news about the Omicron variant spread. It's time for these pharmaceutical companies to share their vaccines with the world and start controlling their greed. Enough is enough.